Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
All right, so this conversation, Mike Sparks. I was expecting some bumper music or some kind of thumping coming in, Connor.
Well, Mike, we'll come up with something for you next week. Me and Jeremy's going to come up with a song.
We can't play.
Yeah, we'll record something.
people.
We'll record something. We'll give you the rights to play it.
Before we get into our show, we wanted to. I wanted to give a shout out to the family of Harold Gallion. He was our accountant for 23 years. He passed away the other day. Just left his funeral a little while ago, and but shout out to his daughter Jana Gallion. Her and I graduated together, and his son Brad, and the family. His wife Joy. He was 88 years old. A lot of folks in Smyrna knew Mr. Gallion. He just a great guy, man. I hate to see a lot of these folks I've known for years and just solid Christian guys, man, and families that are just slowly.
Wasn't he a Rotarian also?
No, he wasn't in Rotary. He was like I say, he was an accountant, and he worked for Co-op. He retired out of Co-op.
My brother used to work. I bet I guarantee my brother would know him.
But everybody, a lot. I'm surprised you didn't know him. You being born and raised in Smyrna.
I might remember the face, but
you know Joy, real pretty blonde lady, worked up at the Chamber of Commerce for years.
Yeah,
the blonde.
Yeah, is that
drove
his wife?
a white Lexus.
Yeah, was that his wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sweet lady, and just such a nice couple. But anyways, he lived a good life. 88 years old. And his son called me about 2 weeks ago and said that they were called in hospice. And it's just a part of life. Also, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Happy and Lisa Brezier. Happy and I worked together at Nissan. If you ever watch Channel 2, WKRN, Breezy, is her name Danielle Breezy? Danielle Breezy. She's real sweet. She's a meteorologist. I was going to call her weather girl. My wife said you can't say that. It's meteorologist.
So it's not weather lady, meteorologist.
Well, I said weather girl. She can't say that.
Okay. We're old school. Okay, so
meteorologist.
Okay.
But anyways, she's real sweet. She really is. I mean, I've met her at Rotary.
Oh yeah.
She's real
like
nice.
I said,
she seems genuine.
Yeah, she came to Sam Davis' home, did a little deal for the let's see, the little kids out there, and she had them all spinning like tornadoes and things.
Oh, really?
This is during COVID, though, when she did this. And she had a mask on. It was black. And I said, why don't you put a lightning bolt across your mask? She said, that's a great idea.
That is. No, but you know how they do the backyard barbecue?
Yeah.
Y'all seen backyard barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen her do it, several times.
My wife we were sitting there, and and she goes, hey, look, there's Happy and Lisa, and I grabbed my phone and snapped a couple pictures, but he's from Louisiana.
And that was some Cajun food looked like he had out there. It looked good.
They had it going on.
Did you get to go?
I thought about crashing the party. I was trying to get some people to crash it, and like Tony Campbell and people just to go up and say Mike sent me over. They laughed about it. They're a sweet couple, but we worked together at Nissan. Man, I'm gonna tell you, that's one competitive guy. Yeah. I mean, if they were playing ping pong, he's all over.
Oh yeah, I read that where you wrote
racquetball, all over it. Softball, weightlifting, he was all over it. Basketball. But no, he would. You ever play ping pong?
Oh yeah.
Actually,
of all the games I do, that's about the one I'm the best at.
Well, at Nissan, I don't know if they still do it, but when I worked there, ping pong, everybody had a ping pong table in the zones. and then they would play. They were competitive.
Yeah, we had
man.
them in the break rooms when I was at Bridgestone.
Oh, they'd slam on you, and I never was good at ping pong, but Happy always had.
They have like a ping pong league at Nissan.
I don't know if it was a league. Everybody just, I mean, there was at least 5 guys. It seemed like a zone that was into ping pong.
I don't know if you remember the old clubhouse at Cedars of Lebanon, because you're not old enough. They used to have a ping pong table in there.
Oh,
That's
really?
where the old original pool before the Olympic size pool was. And
Yeah.
I played a guy. That's when I was really playing a whole lot, all these clubs and stuff. And I went in there, and he supposedly was ranked. I mean, I didn't beat him, but I held my own.
Yeah.
But my game is more of a defensive kind of
Was you as fast as Chinese people?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think quick?
Yeah. I didn't do this number. Mine was all
You
backhand.
know how to spin the ball?
Yeah.
Did you?
That's the first
that's a
thing.
good game.
But my best friend got me into that because he had a table,
Yeah.
and when he would smear me, he would walk around the table like tennis, stick his hand in my face. And
Oh,
so
man.
my parents got me a ping pong table for Christmas.
But I miss a lot of them guys. Man, it's been 20-something years since I worked with them guys, and I always wonder what happened to a lot of them.
Yeah, like Joe Phillips, he's pretty good. Jeff Phillips' brother, he's hang out.
Oh yeah,
He
I
would
hadn't
hang
talked
out.
to him in years.
Yeah, he would hang out. He was good. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of good.
I always thought he'd
and
make
that
good-
helps you if you play a lot of good players.
I
it
always
helps
thought
you.
he'd make a good school superintendent.
Yeah.
Dr. Joe Phillips.
Yeah, he did. He was temporary though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I
Remember?
think he filled in.
Yeah, he filled
'Cause
in.
me and Bob
yeah.
Sparks, me and Bob Spivey was arguing about it.
Yeah, but he was a good guy, man. And his sister graduated with me and your sister, Gail Phillips, but she passed
Oh.
away years ago.
So that'd be Cindy Phillips that I know's uncle.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, but shout out to Lisa and Happy Brangier, but they live over on Avondale. You probably don't know those streets.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a paper boy over there. No,
No,
I
you
know
wasn't?
where it's at. Off of Nickel over and all those in there.
Yeah, in fact, one of my Sunday school
We lived on
ladies-
Bel Air and Bain, so
Yeah,
and
well-
then Hutchinson. You remember the Hadcocks? They lived over there.
Yeah, that little Sullivan.
Yeah, but
Yeah, off Clearview.
Yeah, between.
Well, back
we
in-
was at the corner of Hutchinson and
Bain.
Yeah, then when we lived at we lived over across from Adcott's. I figured
Yep.
you might have known him. You probably knew Greg, didn't you?
I knew
The
Greg,
brother?
knew Julie.
Yeah.
And Harry Gill's mom lived on the corner.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Earl
the daddy
Wilson.
run me off because I rode my bicycle to the
Oh,
corner
really?
of the yard.
Oh, he ran me off for parking at the bus stop. I had my 68 Camaro all jacked up with 60s on the back. And I pulled up. And I was just a kid. And, man, he got out of that bus. I mean, I was in a bus stop. Man, he got out. And you thought it was Sergeant. Remember Sergeant Carter? Oh, no, who's that guy, Full Metal Jacket? That
Oh, yeah,
Arlie,
Lee Rimney or whatever his name
he was
is.
like that.
Arlie Ermy.
Yeah.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
Yeah.
He cheated. I never got
Lee
the bus
Rimney,
stop
that's a woman.
again.
Yeah, but he pulled around in the bus and said, "Hey man, don't cut the corner of my yard." I barely caught
off
the
my
edge of my
lawn.
bicycle. Yeah, I'm thinking,
See, my dad was
yes
that way.
sir. But he was master sergeant.
I seen my dad cuss a man for walking on the grass one time.
Oh
How
yeah.
about did he ever cuss the paper boy?
He cussed a lot of people.
Okay, he did, if that was your dad, paper boy, I was
He
late.
probably
And it
was.
wasn't because
Nah,
of me, but he was always nice.
They divorced us too, so
Oh,
you
okay.
may not have seen them.
It was the '60s. I had.
But I
that.
mean, I don't know if the military teaches you that. Don't walk on the grass. I
That-
mean,
it's
was bad.
it's like a
he couldn't let go
it's,
of the
it's kind of
military.
it's kind of a just a joke that like a lot of first sergeants and command sergeant majors don't walk on the grass.
Now he would. We were at a rest stop one time, and we got. I think we're going to Chickamauga, Georgia, where my sister Cindy had lived, and we were just walking up, and he just told me, "You don't know me walking on grass. That's what they make sidewalks for." And I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yep. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
Get over it, Dad. He would bring up stuff that happened 40 years ago. He'd made a good Christian. You know what I mean? Sadly, he wasn't a Christian.
He's old school, man. You can't. There ain't enough of them left anymore, though.
No,
you know?
that's what I liked about Mr. Gallion. He was just, he reminded me of my stepdad. My stepdad was a good Christian man. But boy, I tell you, it's, people like Harry Gill's dad, man, they didn't play around,
And Mr. Walls.
Oh, Major Walls.
Yeah,
Major
we-
Walls was like a little kinder.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I thought he was.
Well, you remember the woodshed?
Yeah.
Okay, they had a little place called the Hay Baler back there.
Yeah, that's where y'all used to go drinking.
Well, no, well, yeah, but no. Now back then you could 18, so we went
Did
back
you and
there.
Rooster hang out?
No,
Me
no, it wasn't Rooster.
his
I was
brother?
Rooster's brother. Yeah, back in those days. I remember Rooster, the younger brother, but I hung around the older brothers. But it's me, maybe Kerry Todd, Mike Patterson, the guy. He was on the old Jefferson toured with us. Several of us went in there. We had
Oh yeah.
a couple of us had long hair, and he was mouthing about us
Yo,
having long hair.
hippies.
Yeah, we were hippies. You know?
Pot
Yeah,
smoking
so-
hippies.
But we didn't get to stay long. So
That is-
that's like the country club. We didn't get to stay long.
I remember it being back there. I was just a kid though. I remember, because Major Wallace ran that. You
Yeah.
know, so the hay baler was like more of a.
It's more a little pub, like just a little bit bar.
So
back
when
there.
they ordered food, they all came from the same kitchen.
Yeah, but in there, the bar part is where you could drink. I can't remember if you could drink in the cafeteria part or not. The dining room part. I don't
Yeah.
think you could drink out there.
Was that?
far
And
as I
then,
can
then
remember.
Major Wallace had. I mean, he had that going on. Had the Omni Hut and the Country Club.
Yeah, the country club. We went out there and we found out you had to dress up, so we got to go in the kitchen.
You had to put some shoes on.
We had to go in the kitchen and hang out. And,
Did you?
Yeah. So, but we left with the band, their girlfriends. We left with them. So.
Oh, you took the
Yeah,
women.
that wasn't so bad.
Really? No, I remember. The story,
That's the truth.
You know the story of Major Walls, where the Beach Boys came by the Omni Hut. You ever heard that one?
Yeah, I've heard it, but tell it again.
Heard you-
Well,
yeah, I've heard you say
my
it.
my understanding, I don't know who told me it. Major Walls may have told me, because I'd ride into work with him. He'd give me a ride, so I'd hear a lot of
Yeah.
these stories, and then
they played at
would hang.
Starwood and all around a lot of places, so they're probably, like I said, looking for
Well,
a
this
good-
I think was the late '60s, and the story goes that the Beach Boys busbulls in there, and
Yeah.
they got out to go eat in Omni Hut, and
Yeah.
they had no shoes on.
Oh.
And he says, "Hey, you need to get some shoes on." They're like, "But we're the Beach Boys," and he goes, "I don't care who you are, you putting shoes on if you come to my restaurant." And that's something he would have done,
Yeah.
because we've talked about the time he shot that tire. He had a little Derringer. He kept a little Derringer with him.
What am I?
That's a true story.
Yeah, well, I know it is.
I wasn't. I think I was. I may have been. Yeah, I was probably I was probably employed there, but I may not have been working that night.
Yeah.
You know, but the customer didn't pay him,
Yeah, and
and he shot the tires. He
now,
left.
now, did he get arrested for that?
No, it's a different day back then. No, my understanding, and I hope nobody gets mad at me for sharing this, but my understanding is his wife Sally got dispatched on the call because she was
Okay.
a police officer.
Yeah.
But what's the odds of that? And then I think the guy wound up at like Big Charlie's Bait Shop and goes to payphone, calls police, and Sally said, "That's my understanding of the story, unless somebody wants to correct me." That Sally, they tell the story, and Sally says, "Well, look, you can just go back and pay your bill, and he'll buy you a tire, or you can just put your spare on and go home." And the guy put the spare on and went home.
Okay, so he,
that not
knew.
wild?
He knew. Yeah, like I said, it's a different day back in then, But I can remember like I said, okay, you know where Walter Hill Dam is? You
Yeah.
know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay, if you go from Murfreesboro, first little lane you pass is called Hedge Apple Lane. You can turn right there.
Okay.
And my dad, that's where my dad was raised.
Now, y'all
His
call that
stepdad.
Silver Hill?
No, that's where Kenneth Barrett is from on down the road. This
So
is-
that's Walter Hill.
that's Walter Hill. It's right up close to school. Anyway, my granddad, I can tell us now because he's passed away,
Yeah.
but that's my step granddad. Now they were,
What was his name?
John Alford.
John
He lived,
Alford?
he lived to be 95. He was a World War II veteran, and
Now that'd be kin to your aunt, different
no,
size family.
no, my daddy was an only child. It was a stepdad, and he was an only child. And now Burnett's, people like that from that was my dad's side.
The Burnett's or
And-
Barnett's?
Burnett's, not Barnett, with a U, and the Barretts. That's where my dad was kin to Barrett.
okay.
Oh,
His
wow.
grandmother was a Barrett, and she was from Silver Hill. You know where Kenneth's from. Anyway, they were gambling down there at the park, okay? And he had an old shotgun I used to use all the time. He had found it when he was a kid. His old breakdown 28 gauge, and the shell wouldn't come out. You had to knock it out with a stick. He
Oh,
had
really?
one shot.
Like
and
a
that was
ramrod.
it.
Like a ramrod.
Yeah, you had to knock the hull out. He said that this guy and girl come up was trying to rob him, and my granddaddy was back then in his 80s. I asked him where he's all cut up, scratched up. He got in a fight with that guy, and
Really?
he said the girl started screaming, and when they were leaving, he said, "You remember that old shotgun you used to go hunting with?" He goes, "Yeah." He said, "I was going to just scare him, hit on the window." He said that one shell went off. He said, "I didn't have another
Oh,
shell
my
in there
goodness.
because
Really?
it had to knock that out with a stick." Can y'all wait a minute and put another shell in? But he said that scared him off. He's just trying to teach him a lesson.
We used to go swimming out there.
Oh, you just
Y'all
swing
go
off the
swim out
rope.
there? I don't remember a rope.
It was up above the dam on the Lebanon side, not the Murfreesboro side. You had to,
where what would you
the
call
little
that?
tower, that little
The mill
building.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Not mill,
yeah.
where the building.
Yeah, it's on that side. You walked around a little path, and that's where the road
Oh,
was.
okay. Now my sister Cindy would carry us out there
Okay.
because she would go real fast on Jefferson Pike, and back then
I
it seemed like
know.
the hills were bigger.
It's because you was going faster.
Is that what it was? It was like going to Opryland, the rides, and she'd hit those, boom, hit that stuff. We had it was. But
You
there
remember
was
the little
nothing- there
boat
was
ramp? I had a
nothing
little
to
boat
do.
ramp back there. You remember that? If you owned it, the opposite side.
But there was concession stand.
Yeah, that was from the old go-kart track that used to be there.
Was there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And at the gravel top, I was in. I'll tell you one more story since you're on the Walter Hill. Then you get on your stories, Mike. But this is kind of.
Oh, you're
funny.
right.
Buddy of mine had an old BSA. He had the old, you remember the old Easy Rider handlebars and fork. It takes about a mile to turn the thing.
You talking about ape hangers?
Yeah,
big-
yeah.
Okay. Oh, the little.
Yeah, this is actually, we already changed for the handlebars.
Oh, okay.
And it had the extended fork.
Yeah.
Okay, it was like a chopper, they called it.
Who had it?
My buddy did.
Oh.
And he let me use his, and I let him ride my 500, okay? So we went up at the top. Good thing I had my dark mask on. I was in that loose gravel, and I was goosing it. And I started sliding. It fell over on top of me. I couldn't get it off.
Oh.
And it was goosing. Everybody's looking at me, but nobody could tell who it was. Because I had my mask on. I wasn't on my motorcycle, so.
Yeah.
That was so embarrassing, man. Let's get out of here.
Man, I thought about getting another bike. My wife's throwing a fit the other day.
It won't be you. It'd be the other people. Mike.
Well, you see where one of the mayor got killed on a bike the other day. Out East Tennessee.
That's the thing. People don't respect them like we did when we were growing up.
Well, there wasn't much traffic out there.
Yeah.
Back then. I mean, it's a different
I
day
mean, I'd love
today.
to have one, but like I said, I don't know where I'd ride it.
I had one about 4 or 5 years ago. I bartered for it. Told you I
Yeah.
bartered,
Oh,
traded
yeah.
with a guy up in Indianapolis. Met him halfway at Lebanon Junction, and I done real good. I doubled my money on the bike. It took me 4 years. I only rode it, I think, 3 times.
Yeah.
It's just you just don't have time to do much.
Yeah. Well, mine, I would have time. It just, my wife was she was on a crash one time on a motorcycle. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it didn't break nothing, but she ate a lot of pavement. It tore up.
Yeah.
And so when I had one, my bike, I got rid of it.
Oh,
she,
you've had a wreck on the.
No, I never had a
on
wreck.
asphalt?
No, she did, but she didn't want. She said, "Oh, you get rid
After
of
that,
it." It scared her, so I just got rid of
I've
it.
never wrecked on the.
Oh, I've
asphalt.
laid it over one time at a stop sign right there, but I just because I ran it and I saw a car, I just that didn't hurt it. I had to
Oh
lay
man,
it down.
you can get hurt.
Yeah, but I kind of saw it coming, like, oh, it's my fault, but I didn't hit nothing hit me.
Yeah.
So.
My late father rode up to when he was probably in his 60s. He always had the gold wings.
Oh,
he
yeah,
he never
that's
liked
nice.
Harleys though. He wasn't a Harley fan.
Yeah, you better carry a crescent wrench in your pocket.
Well,
if
he
you-
always said he was in this club, motorcycle club, and he said a guy was wearing white pants and it just leaked oil all over his pants.
Well, that's the thing. The guys I knew had them always had their tools.
Yeah.
Even one I knew had it would carry it in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he would pull up and park, he'd have to tighten something up.
But one thing I
Oh,
appreciate
man,
about
here we go.
my dad, he started buying like
These are the old Harleys, though,
Toyotas.
not the ones nowadays are great. Yeah, but that was the old.
But he would
school.
buy Toyotas like 1979, 78, 80. He was talking about the quality. He had the Supras. Remember those Supras, Cressidas, Supras, and Celicas and stuff. And he just he was kind of giving up on the quality of GM, and he was a big GM guy, but he got to where he loved them Toyotas.
Well, Mike, my first when I owned my business back in the day, my first company truck, what it was actually a Datsun, brand new Datsun,
Oh, really?
Nissan Datsun.
Yeah. Speaking of Dotsons, I was that story. Man, I hope I don't get anybody mad at me for sharing this story. It is so funny though. I can't help it. What is that old adage? It's better to ask for forgiveness and permission.
Yeah.
Joe Walls ran over my bicycle when I was a kid. A brand new bicycle.
Was that the guy that down the railroad tracks? Oh yeah.
No, Joe. They live next door.
Yeah, I
Major
mean,
Walls'
the
son.
guy that went down the railroad tracks and.
Oh, that's what I'm getting into.
Okay.
Anyways, somehow I got talking to Joe one day. It was a couple of years ago, and I think we've talked about this before. I don't even know how, but if Joe tells the story, it's a lot funnier because he experienced it.
Joe he's funny as heck.
Oh, Joe he's a good guy. That was probably the first guy who gave my job. I was selling fireworks before I got on the Omni Hill. I think I was
Jumping
12.
Joe's.
Yeah, that yellow trailer right there on Mercer Road.
He bought fireworks from my ex-father-in-law.
Oh, really?
And I told him about the big fight down there. He cracked up.
Well, he had somehow he got. My understanding, he got locked in the Omni Hut. He fell asleep because Major Walls they'd all kind of hang out. You know, they had that little spot, and people remember what the cash register was.
Yeah.
That little rock wall. That little he had a little area. That's where he sat. And after they'd shut down, they'd kind of have a beer or two and just kind of hang out. Him and some folks. And a lot of times I would wait on him when he was going to leave to get a ride home. Because walking from the Omni Hut home, it seemed like it was 5 miles. And
What is it, about 2?
no, it's about a mile. But as a kid, it's, when you're 13, 14, 15, it seemed like it's, 5 miles back in the day. And but Joe told me this story where he fell asleep in that booth over by the rock wall, to the right. And, they had that booth. And he went late in there, and he woke up about 2 in the morning, and I guess 11 or 1 in the morning. It's pitch black. There's no windows in there. You remember? There's no windows. And he said he couldn't see us. He's walking around and just, touching things, and he hits one of the doors, and the alarm goes off. So he starts walking down the railroad tracks, and the cops show up, and this is a story he tells me. I hope I
He's
don't get
probably
trouble.
telling the truth.
And all of a sudden, it's like, pow, pow, pow. And they're like, there he is, pow, pow. And these gunshots are going off, and he's running like, what the heck? I mean, it was smart, different day, you know? Maybe that happened in Murfreesboro.
I don't know. But
But when he tells the story, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had never heard. I thought I'd heard everything till that one.
Wow.
yeah.
I need to get Bill Ketchum up here. Bill worked at the country club.
Did he?
Oh, he's got all kinds of stories. Trish
Does
Nash
he remember,
worked.
does
Trish
he remember
Nash
the guys
worked
that
over
came
there
in? And my buddy, when we left, you know what he did? Because we had to dress up. He didn't go back. He went and bought.
to the country club.
Yeah, you know what he did? He went and bought 2 tuxes. He didn't rent them. He bought them. Said, if I come back to country club, I'm gonna be set. But we didn't. We just never made it back that way.
I was just a kid.
But,
I love swimming over there, man.
But I can remember the song playing as soon as we walked in.
What was they playing?
It was playing "My Eyes Adored You" by the Four Seasons. Frankie Valli.
Oh, really?
I
What year
remember-
was this?
70s. Was you even born then?
No, I was born in '67, but no, I'll hear a song.
I'm
and
going to
it'll
say
take me back
between
to country club.
74 to 76. It was me and Mike Gazzini, and he could be listening. He lives in Normandy now, and
Yeah.
he drove. He said, let's go to the country club. I said, okay. Here at flannel shirts.
See, I had
on.
no membership or nothing.
No.
Really?
No. We thought you just walk in. And so he said, well, you can stand in the kitchen and listen to the music.
Really? Wow. Now, I can remember swimming over. Sally would take us swimming.
And the guy that
Sonny
I
Walls
seen
would.
in there, was the guy who used to own that Nolan's Drive-In. You remember that where the
Thomas
tra-
Bowers is?
Yeah,
Trading Post?
yeah, he was
Across from
because
Hardee's.
I remember you used to see him because my sister-in-law used to work there through high school,
Yeah.
and he would be in there sometimes. I seen him in there. I said, well, I know somebody. It
Yeah.
didn't matter.
Didn't matter.
No.
No, Sally would, because they owned the country club, and when she would say, y'all want to go swimming, and she'd say, go get you a towel, and we'd run home, grab a towel, and come back to Sally's, and she'd carry us
She
up there.
seemed like a pretty good lady, man.
Oh man, I was thinking about them the other day. They took me out to dinner because my family didn't go out. My family had no money. Well, if they had it, they wasn't going to spend it. My mom's from Scotland, so they're super tight. And but they take us. They would go to that La Siesta up there in Nashville. Remember La Siesta across from Channel 2? We'd go over there, and then they take us. I mean, we went crawdaddy hunting, and then those vines that was in the Omni Hut, on the window of the glass. Me and his son Lonnie pulled them back behind the old Tenneco Castle
Really?
Dungeon. There's vines up there. We
Yeah.
just went pulled them all down. And Major Walls I used to say, I tell his son, I said, man, your dad's a genius. And Lonnie's response was, he gets it all out of books. Like, well, you got to learn, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Major Walls was sharp, man. You ever go, what's it called, crawdaddy hunting? You ever do that?
Yeah, I've done that for all gigging. Like I said, I was a
Yeah.
country boy up until I was about 10.
Yeah.
I mean, lived on the farm.
I guess he just used them for fishing bait, and he'd take us out fishing.
Yeah.
No.
You do that.
Oh, Sally was cool.
And seine for minnows, you get in the creek, see a bunch of minnows, take your seining net, get the minnows.
Because he
catch
had one of
them.
them old Boston Whaler boats. Remember the Boston Whaler boat? Blue and white boat. It was like their trademark colors, I guess.
I probably would know it if I saw it, but I don't recall it.
Oh, they were good to me. They really were. I remember they had a beehive in the back field back there, and Sally had a blue Datsun B210, little 4-door B210. You remember them?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
78 mile or something. And I was in the vehicle with her, and I was probably 12, 13, and Lonnie, his son, was about 4 years older than me, and they were all in the beehive outfit. Getting out, get the beehive, and I was just watching.
It sounded like something didn't go well.
No, it didn't go well. Oh, it was the funniest thing. Man, if it had been on video, and I was sitting there with Sally and in the passenger seat, and it's right behind my house. I mean, back then there was no houses. Ken Atkins lives there now, and then my buddy Tommy Campbell's parents. I mean, the tree is gone now. It's a old pear tree, and apparently they didn't have the suit on right because Major Walls was he was a pretty good sized guy. You remember Major Walls? I mean, he was he was not like obese, but he was heavier, know. And man, he starts jumping around, and then Lonnie, the bees crawled up in his suit, I guess, and Lonnie was smart enough. You know how like Frankenstein would walk with his hands out like that. And he walked straight into that pond. That pond was behind Rick Hall's house.
Okay.
And I watched Lonnie go in that pond, and it was just like, and he went under the water, and the bees was over his head. And then Major Walls ran up to the house, and Lonnie was just wild as a buck. And Sally drives the car up there, gets out, runs up, and turns the hose on, the hose pipe. He grabs the hose pipe. She turns the water on. And Lonnie had cut the hose to use the hose to siphon gas. I guess it was during that oil embargo or whatever. Gas was expensive. And the water wasn't coming on. And man, he was getting stung. Finally, they figured out what's going on. And I was over just giggling and laughing. And that was, if Joe Carr's listening, Joe's got bees.
Oh, yeah. I think he's got, maybe possibly 21 hives.
Well, y'all got hives at
Yeah, we got 3, but right now we sold all our honey. I guess they're getting ready to pull some more. So right now, but a lot of locals will buy the honey.
They come in there just for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So y'all got any certain things going on right now at Sam Davis home?
Well, let's see. I have to look it up. But, the Creek House.
I was about to say the Creek House.
Yeah, the Creek House is going to be Miss Polly's tea room now.
Yeah.
I talked about it last week.
So you can still lease it?
No, you can't do the Creek House. No, but you can.
Really?
But I could get you in the front part up there like we did it before we used the Creek House.
Off. Yeah.
Yeah, I can get you in there. I already made sure of that.
Yeah.
So you're good on that. But
so they're leasing it. It's a fixed lease every month on the Creek House.
I guess they're leasing. Yeah, cause well, here's the thing, Mike. It's so many rentals in Smyrna, and it wasn't doing like when I first started.
It's
it was
hard
every now it's so much
hard to
competition, and it's just
hard to compete.
you get that regular stuff. I know another one now. Something I was going to tell you that our buddy Justin down there at the
honky tonk.
Yeah, they closed up.
What's up with that?
I don't know. I think what killed him right off the bat was the parking. Right off the bat, because I think if it had that place across the street, all that parking over there, I think it'd have been fine.
Across what location?
Across the railroad tracks. If it was such a place, if that building was over there, where all that parking is, or that business.
I was shocked when I said, how long were they there?
3 months.
3 months?
No, about 3. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They had the slow opening and all that. Yeah. People said a month on the thing. It was about 3 months.
Wow.
But he had another one out in
Portland,
yeah,
Oregon or something.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, I think it's $15,000 a month. So if you don't make, I was talking to somebody the other day about that. You got whatever you got to make over 15 to pay your rent, and then you pay employees.
So the
pay
rent, you're saying the rent was $15,000.
Then
wow.
And then your employees, all your overhead, you had to do $50,000 a month, probably break even.
Wow.
And you got to keep it packed every night like Tootsie's downtown Nashville. And that just wasn't the parking to do that there.
Well, my friend Chip Henderson, he's a DJ down at he had left some place way up Trousdale, and he applied over there, and I texted him because he got a really good gig down at one of the bars in Nashville. I'm not going to use it's kind of a bad word, the name. I should be able to share it on radio, but he's working down there. He said, man, he got the guys giving him good benefits and giving him a voucher. Wow. And I heard this song. It was more of a pop song. and I sent it to him. I said, "Man, you ever play this song?" It was oh man, what is the name of that song? And
Who's the artist?
Barry Manilow?
oh, that Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars. Yeah.
Oh, not Barry. Manilow.
Well, it's funny you said that about Barry Manilow. It's ironic that you said that because I had texted him this. I just thought it was a neat song because the guy mentions he's hollering. He's like, "Hey DJ," and it made me think of Chip. Man, what's the name of that song? Bruno Mars. I just might. And in the song he says, "Hey DJ, play this," and it made me think of Chip. So I sent him
heard
that
that
song, and look at the other song I sent him right after that. Who is it? It's Barry Manilow. Is that not weird?
Yeah, did you have a CD or did you have the
No,
cassette?
I didn't listen to that kind of stuff. I listen to hard rock. Yeah,
You were in Kiss.
the Doobie Brothers. You know.
Oh yeah, Mike. I'll
Speaking of doobies,
I'll bring us up. I'll bring us up. Oh,
we even talk. Brian, if Brian's Connor, can we even talk about that? What if Brian's listening?
No
we had to
comment.
get approval from Brian Barrett to talk about the doobies.
okay. The
Anyways.
Doobie Brothers, yeah.
The Brothers Doobie.
Hey, but August the 5th,
You
Mike.
think it was the Brothers Doobie?
Yeah.
It was that brother?
The brothers, Doobie Brothers, yeah. No, anyway, man.
Was it Connor? Look at Connor. He don't know what to say. Anyways.
I'm gonna get off subject
Hey,
here real
Connor,
quick.
we probably need to go to break, man. Yeah. You think it was that Brothers Doobie? Anyways, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps, but I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now the Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
I just really appreciate Danny and his whole team. I always feel like I'm going to get great service and the right outcome.
You just don't find any better people.
He's always been very good.
We've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Hey, we're back. Y'all gotta admit that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was.
Brothers
Yeah, it
Doobie.
was. Everybody had to know the story.
It's like an inside joke.
Yeah.
Only the staff at
Kind of
WGNS
like the East
know what we're
Fork,
talking
your
about.
old place. Yeah.
The what?
Inside joke, kind of like East Fork,
East
your
Fork?
old. hangout.
Yeah, that's still funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever shared that with Rooster Bean? Y'all's generation is the one that gets that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is funny
Yeah.
though. I was a West Fork guy,
Yeah, what that is, where you went
Yeah.
parking with your girlfriends back in the day,
Yeah.
you know, and
but the East Fork was
It's a
different.
business.
It was
that's the
it was
different
the
circumstances,
boyfriends.
okay?
I never hung out on that side. I was on the other side. Anyways, only people like Kenneth Barrett probably wouldn't even know about that. Now Keith Pratcher would, because he's old school.
What are you trying to say about Keith? what are you trying to say?
I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, you wanted to share something about your history stuff.
Oh yeah, Mike. You know we got the Smyrna however you say it, it's a 4-letter word.
Museum.
Yeah, Smyrna. The Smyrna Museum group actually is going to meet August the 5th at noon at the Smyrna, Assembly Center. We meet first Wednesday every month at noon, and so it's this August. It's going to be on the 5th, and I'd like to see you there. And Jeremy, I'd like to see you there.
Yes. So on that, what is going to be in there? Do you know?
That Assembly Hall, I'm not sure, and that's just where we're meeting. We hadn't found a place to have the museum yet.
Okay.
But that's just a.
Well, my question was, what do you know? What will be in the museum? Like what sort of
just
like
Smyrna stuff and
Okay.
old Jefferson stuff, Hilltop stuff, Seward Air Force Base, Nissan, old
Oh, okay,
Jefferson. Yeah, we're going to hit all areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That means something to everybody in there. And speaking of elections, Mike, I did find out. I didn't know this. Rick Hall is actually my
Your
commissioner.
county commissioner.
Yeah, I didn't know
thought
that.
it was Anthony.
No. I always thought it was the other guy. What's his name? District 10. What's his guy's name?
Phil Wilson.
Yeah, I thought it was Phil Wilson. And then I looked on there. It's Rick Hall.
Well,
I think Phil's like Rock Springs area, right?
You're in the new county. You're in the new congressional district too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that put Rick. I'm glad because I know.
Well, there's
Rick
only
real
a little
well.
sliver of Smyrna Laverne that come into that. That's
I'm
Brent
in this
Taylor.
sliver. Did it stop at your driveway?
Well, it stops into my street. I mean, it really does. People thought I carved it up. I didn't carve. I had nothing to do with it. I just heard the speaker say, "Hey, here's how it laid out," and it goes away from Memphis, and a lot there was a little uproar at the time. But my logic is we're getting two voices in D.C. Two voices are better than one.
Yeah.
Gives us a little bit more clout. Across the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
But I also shout out to Jeff Lloyd. He's going to join us next week. He's running for County Commission District 21.
And also Kenneth
I've
Barrett.
heard a lot of good things about this guy.
Yeah, Kenneth
Jeff
Barrett
Lloyd.
will be up also next week, so that'll work out pretty well.
Good old Lieutenant Barrett.
Yep, he come to church yesterday morning?
Yeah, he was at the prayer breakfast. Originally, me and the young adult, college age young adult ministry, we were supposed to go out on the lake. But the good Lord decided we needed some more rain, so we kind of just like we'll still meet at the church, but let's just all go to the prayer breakfast. And Kenneth was there. I pulled in and I saw Kenneth's truck. I was like, oh, Kenneth's here.
Yeah. Well, the guy speaking is it
Cody Turner.
Cody, I think
Cody
he's
Turner.
a chaplain at the jail.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kenneth was sharing with me.
Brother Shelby.
One thing I like about Kenneth Barrett, he seems to care about addiction. He care about trying to transform men's lives and women's lives.
Great
around.
family guy. You can see that firsthand.
We hung out after the women's GOP, and him and his wife Sandy and I hung out, and we were talking about trying to. He shared a story. I guess some mom. I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this on the radio, but I guess some mom had a son in jail, and she wanted somebody to reach out to him, and I believe that Cody went and reached out to him and prayed with him in the jail cell. And
nice.
I was talking to Republican women. They were asking me because we got to reach the youth, man. We got to reach your age and Connor and what's the new guy's name? Bo.
Bo.
Bo. How old are you, Bo?
16.
Huh?
Oh wow.
Are you for real? You're just 16? Oh, okay, I thought you were older.
Did you get a permission slip to be up there with these folks?
But we got to reach these people. And they were asking me about how do we reach these young people. I said, man, you got to reach them where they're at.
Yeah.
Whether they're dealing with addiction, homelessness, mental health, or whatever. And I was sharing them how the main protester over Nathan Bedforest became my intern. And they ended up giving me an award. I mean, the media will never tell you this kind of stuff because the media wants to keep the division going.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But me and that young man, young African American kid, we just kind of clicked, man. He just wanted to know more about history, and like Marvin's out of Memphis, and
how's he doing, by the way?
Oh, he's rocking it, dude.
He is.
He's a Nashville School of Law, and Marvin, for folks who don't know what I'm talking about, it was my former assistant. It was me and the young black kid knocking on doors. We had big money, fake news come against us, propaganda. Give God the glory for it. We still won.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying to brag. I'm saying give God the glory because it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I mean, what Republican hires an African American knock on doors? Just me and him. But everybody loved that young man, and he's now with Office of the Courts. He's in law school, and he don't like to brag or not, but he's like in the zone. He's just working so hard.
Yeah.
I mean, he even got rid of his girlfriend to focus on law school. This kid, he's going to be a judge one day. He is. I'm trying to get him to move here. You know why he don't want to move to Rutherford County?
Why's that?
Because our traffic.
That's understandable.
He don't want to deal with I-24.
That's understandable.
Really?
So he moved to Franklin. paying a lot in rent. But
That's understandable.
but he's a good young man, and you know, me and him first met. He was playing chess with my intern, and I started talking about history. The first black lawmaker came out of Smyrna area, Old Jefferson, where you were born, back in there. He was Republican. They'll never tell you this stuff, I mean, because it doesn't fit the narrative.
Oh yeah, that
And
would be Samson
Keeble.
Sam Keeble.
And then we have gone, like, as part of the tour. We don't go, but some people can spring off to go over at the Stony Lonesome, which was
Yep,
the
because
old.
you and I were at the graveyard.
And like I said,
Because we
it's,
found an artifact that we need to do something with that. We need to do something with that.
yeah, we need to take something back there and pick it up. We really do. Since we do have a little bit
Well,
of
it's
a
gonna
leadway
be-
now to do things
Do we got to get
with the
permission
Corps
to
of
do that?
Engineer.
Do we got to get
Well,
permission?
probably now. I got that plaque off the bridge, so my granddaddy did. So,
But there's so much history out there.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
the Trail of Tears come through there. The first black
yeah,
lawmaker.
Jeremy's done it.
I mean,
pretty
it's
fun.
I've been there back there with y'all.
yeah. it's
when you
pretty-
gonna
it's
do
pretty
another
good.
tour?
I don't know. I like to do it every other year, but we may. You know, Toby did great.
I think it needs to be every year. Because you had a big turnout, man.
Yeah.
How many people turned out?
And this one's 60, but we had 100 a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I know. I was there. I was there for that one.
But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. We
Well,
may.
if it's publicized
But what
well
I
enough, it will.
was kind of wanting to not change it up. Of course, have Toby talk about Old Jefferson, but maybe get a couple of those people like the guy, the Lenore guy, you know, the capital there. That was his family, and then Stony Lonesome, one of the grandsons, you know, great grandsons. They got pictures. Talk about it. You
And
know,
then
break
Jerry-
it up. Break
Jerry
it up.
Short's
yeah,
family
Jerry
owned that,
Short's,
right?
his nephew. Well, yeah, Jerry Short's granddaddy owned that.
And Stony
Peyton
Lonesome was
Smith.
the plantation home.
Yeah, that's when it
that
was.
Samson Keeble was born free at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
They never taught us that in school.
But I know.
Did you ever hear about it in school? Isn't that weird?
You know, when I first saw it, is at the
I never heard
Capitol.
either.
I saw the bus there.
Yeah.
That's the first time. That's the first time I knew about it.
Well, the way I knew about it was at the battlefield. I just read it. If you go to the battlefield, the museum
Yeah.
over here at Stones River, if you look around, it talks about he was a barber, and he moved to Nashville. But the thing I think is neat with this story is he had mentors in his life. He had white mentors that and they worked for the newspaper, and they helped him, lifted him up. In fact, I'm working on an article now about mentorship. You know, I had that bill. Last year, I passed about mentorships, and I think that's one way to reach these young people. Is because there's so many of them are coming from broken homes. They don't have a father figure, and I mean, and if you didn't have a dad in your life, I mean, whether it's Jeremy or Connor or you,
like the guy we
you're
had on a few
trajectory
weeks
for
ago.
trouble.
Remember, I forgot his name. Remember, he was talking about that. He went all the way to Memphis to have a Father's Day with that guy. What was his name?
Marcus Manise.
Yeah,
Stronger than my father. He's got a
And
father's
his-
advocacy.
But he was talking about
mentorship.
his dad being home, being kind of rough on him, really, you know.
Yeah.
But he said, you know, he ended up being a great guy. Look what he does, you know.
Yeah. Well, like Adam Richardson, what's Adam?
Oh, yeah.
The boxer.
Yeah, last
Adam
week.
Richards.
Yeah.
Richards.
Last week.
And he talked about his
Yeah.
dad being so hard.
Yep.
I'm like, but dude, thank God you had a dad.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a dad that's hard
Yeah.
than no dad at all. You know.
Yeah, my dad always looked at his stepdad as his dad. He's the one that gave him
Yeah.
advice and things like that.
Yeah.
Of course, he loved his dad. He would go see him sometimes, you know. But
But
his
our culture, I think there's powers that be that want it broken.
Oh, I'm
Because
sure,
I don't
yeah.
see it in Nashville.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, the
I'm literally the only lawmaker that talks about the fathers. The only one. And if anybody wants to disagree, just go research.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to even prove it. Just look at the bills. Nobody talks about this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and
Not even that. You can just look at society, and you can see that the powers that be, they target the nuclear family.
it really is. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand. That's why I go back as a Christian. I think it's spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
There's forces at play that want to keep the system broken and wants black against white, rich against poor, Democrats against Republican. Nobody wants to be in America anymore. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
I mean, this country's we're facing some serious trouble in the next
Not
few
everybody.
years,
It's the, it's the ones that they ought to send them somewhere. Like somebody said, hey, send them over. They want this socialist stuff. Hey, go to one of those countries about a month. See how you like it.
Well, I had those Cubans on years ago. That was a good show because one of the Cubans said that.
I think we've seen
Had
one
a protester exchange program.
when we were at the on that tour with let's say the Secretary of State
Trey Hardy.
Ingram, wasn't that one of the girls that walked
Ingram.
up to you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Latino lady.
See
yeah.
that?
What-
See,
oh,
yeah,
she
you-
was the one on the radio with me. Is that right?
Yeah, but wasn't she one of those you was talking about?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
See?
Yeah, because I
I
seen
can
this
remember
lady
that.
waving at me.
I can't remember what I did
at a
3 minutes ago. I
distance.
can remember
Yeah,
that
they were
stuff.
from Cuba. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was her husband.
Strike
said,
me one up.
They were
Give me
like,
a-
well, I was asking the manager, and he said that was their best employees right there.
Yeah, because you told me when we left, you told me the story about her. You was talking over her,
Oh, yeah.
because she ran you down.
Because he was the one that was
Yeah.
telling me on the air, because he said, man, people don't like America. He said, send them over to Cuba, and the people that don't like Cuba, let's do a 6-month protester exchange program. I thought, man, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, people, we don't know how good we got here. And on the way over here on that show that night, I was driving in, and I had this thing set up, and it was my friend. Forgot her name. She's her mom's from Cuba, and she helped me arrange the show. And I was driving up here, and I thought, what the heck I know nothing about Cuba. What am I going to talk about? I mean, I was not prepared for nothing.
Dr. Pinto's the only thing I know about it.
Well, I was driving in, and I was right there in front of Toots, and something told me, look up the Reagan speech, A Time for Choosing, and he talks about the guy who escaped Cuba, and I believe it's Ted Cruz's father, Rafael Cruz, who I know. Well, I've met Rafael Cruz, and at the Capitol, he's visited twice, and the story goes, a congressman says, you're so fortunate you had somewhere to go. You know, that you escaped Cuba. He said, yeah, I'm fortunate because I had somewhere to go. He said, you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Rafael Cruz, but like us, I mean, where do we go?
Yeah.
Where do you go?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, this, you know, so, I mean,
I'm
freedom.
fear- a billionaire, I guess you could move.
Well, Reagan said, freedom
an
is one
island.
generation away from extinction. And here's where I say that, and the GOP, I know I've got some folks listening, we need to pay attention to this. So I told these Republican women of the day, when young people aren't even saying the Pledge of Allegiance today, when they don't even stand up, that bothers me.
I bet
and
if
it
you
should
pulled her
bother
name,
you.
let's say you saw some kids and you just look at their background and look at their family. I bet there's no daddy there.
Oh yeah,
It's got, you know what I'm saying?
But here's where I shared it with that Mr. Cotton Walden that I think you know at the Captain Jeff Coos Memorial.
Yeah.
I did that little interview with him. He's 90, and it pained me to even share it with him because he left for Vietnam the day his daughter turned 1.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, 58,300 young men that were 22, 23, and 24 never returned home. Think about that. That's the whole town of Smyrna gone. Never came home. And they never got to become fathers or husbands. And then we let this go on. And here's why this matters. And I'm hoping I got some school board people that are listening, school superintendent. We're spending $140,000 to $160,000 to educate a child. And then they can't have respect for our country. Something's wrong. That's probably one reason that a lot of parents are taking their kids out of the public school system. You know, and I love our school system. We got a good school system, but when you see a trend like that, you need to wake up. You know, need to wake up. But we could you imagine if we done that growing up?
No.
My gosh,
Unheard of.
We'd walk to school, catch jumping cars that didn't even know who they were, and all that back in the day. You know, I mean, like
Man, what's that like?
It's called carjacking.
Mike did his first carjacking when he was second grade. There, Mike.
Walking to school, somebody opened the door, and I thought they'd give me. I was going up Todd Lane Hill, but back in the day, that seemed like a mountain. And they opened the door. I just jumped in the car. Well, they looked at me, and they gave me a ride.
That's kidnapping.
Carjacking from the back seat. And, take me to school. Anyways, no, I had to walk. I walked the furthest in school. I walked further than anybody, man.
Yeah. Well, I got a sister.
It was hard times, man, back in the neighborhood.
A mile uphill both ways in the snow.
It was uphill.
My little sister, she's going to be 70 this Friday, the 31st. And she told me a funny story when she was dropping the kids off school. when they're young. They're almost 50 now.
Yeah.
They opened the door fell off.
Really?
Car door fell off in the parking lot.
What kind of car was it?
I don't know. She laughed. She go.
I never had no
Then
cars.
she
that
thought
was
she
that
dropped
bad.
one of the boys out, told him to get out. One school went home, and the kid was still sitting back here. He never got out. She told me that story. Yeah. It was just funny way she was telling it, you know.
Well, who do you think's going to win this governor race? I'm getting a lot of people asking me.
Well, I think Marsha's been out there a while. She's more of a name that's, household name. Yep. So that's just my pick.
Yep.
So,
well, besides Marsha, who's in the running right now? That was
probably John Rose.
Bobby
Rose.
Chris.
Yeah.
And
See, I've been
I don't
keeping
know
up-
anything about him. Says myself.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with all these local elections, but I have no idea. Besides Marsha Blackburn, I have no idea who's running for governor.
Well, I've had a lot of folks ask me. I mean, I'm supporting Marsha, and I know some people aren't. They're supporting John Rose, and I understand that. He was in the community, I think,
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's
and
why
Monty
you-
Frisch is a friend of mine. Monty's a great guy.
That's why. That's why you vote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got choice. I mean, really, that's the great thing about this country.
Well, I had a young man call me the day that I'm pretty close to, and he was kind of taking issue with me supporting Marsha, and he was like, "But you've always told me, and people have to have ideas and this and that." I'm like, but people have to show up. And one thing I like about Marsha, she showed up for my first event ever. My friend that got killed in Iraq, Freddie Hahn, she showed up for his family that night before. Like, best event she ever done, by the way. The best event. If anybody wants to take issue with that, I'll challenge you to tell me a better event. We put that event together at Steak and Shake the night before.
Oh, yeah.
It got her $100,000 worth of PR. In fact, I invited her to call in, and they didn't get back with me. I know they're super busy. But, half the job is just showing up and listening. And
Yep.
I watched her get tears in her eyes. And I know people may find that hard to believe, but I showed her that story how I felt bad I didn't get to invite the other family of Raymond Mitchell, who Raymond got killed by a sniper.
And he's buried beside my uncle at
Yes.
Maple View Cemetery.
And I talk about strange synchronicities, guy wink moments. I told Marvin I feel bad I didn't get invited to the family of Raymond Mitchell. I told my wife I feel bad. Let me tell you how God works. The Lord put it all together. The family came. I asked Spencer, his young son, who don't remember his daddy, he was 21. And I asked him, how did the family get here? He said, man, I think the manager invited. The manager was in Pennsylvania. He said, man, what made you do that? He says, I'm driving down the road. I seen the sign. I wondered who it was. I got a hold of the family. So I was telling Marsha this. Man, Marsha got teary. I said, you're going to win this tomorrow. It's a good sign for you.
But she does know about old Jefferson now, too. You remember?
Oh, yeah. She sat there and listened to you. Y'all talk?
Yeah, she actually was paying attention
Yeah.
listening to me. So
Well, the media don't show those kind of sides.
Yeah.
They got them gotcha moments. Like,
say one thing wrong.
Have
That's
you quit
when it
beating
goes
your
to
wife? Have you quit beating your wife? Have you?
Yeah.
I mean, and you're like, look at him laughing about it. He thinks it's a joke. I mean, that's what they do. It's gotcha moments.
I did quit
know.
beating her, Mike.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Another thing too, they take a soundbite, one thing that you say, and they take it out of context. They blow it out of proportion.
Been there, done that.
Yep.
I've seen it. Yeah. They don't tell you the good stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it on his. I've seen stuff he's written out and they fixed
Oh
it
yeah,
out.
my school bus bill.
Yeah.
I mentioned Jesus. I literally mentioned Jesus. May
Written
Christ comfort the families of these students that lost their lives and were injured in the Montgomery school bus, and they took the whole quote out about Christ.
Because I read it.
Why
I
would
saw
they
exactly.
censor that? Because it's Ephesians 6:12.
Yeah.
Study it, folks. Ephesians 6:12. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, Roger. Folks, we'll see you next week.
Yep.